All right, guys, welcome to the Team AMA VIP. This is our weekly webinar, okay? And I am Coach D, okay? And I welcome everyone here, all of our new people, our guests and our teammates that we have here. Welcome, everyone. All right, this is the very first webinar of many that we're going to do. We're going to be doing this every single week so that people who are new to the opportunity, new to what we have going on, can come in, ask all their questions and see what we have going on and plug in and be a part of what we have going on as well. And I like to, really kind of put a little bit of training in this as well to kind of open you guys' eyes, to some things, to some very simple things. They're simple now that I learned on this journey. So that way you guys can, be on the right path. All right. So first off, guys, let me just kind of give you a little background on myself. I'm an ex-auto mechanic. I actually, before I got started online, I got started online in 2018. But before I got started online, I was doing auto repair, right? I had an auto repair shop. And, you may think like, oh, yeah, mechanics make a lot of money because they charge a lot of money, right? Well, that wasn't the case. I knew I needed to do something different. I mean, I was working a whole bunch of hours, long hours. And just imagine, bending over all day. I mean, that's pretty much what us mechanics do, right? We get all bruised up, bending over all day, fixing cars, so I'm having, the sore elbows, the sore everything, sore back, everything. And I mean, I was working a lot of hours. I'm talking about sometimes putting in, anywhere from 70 to 80 hours, in a week, running that repair shop. So it's like, by the time I started doing the math on things, between paying the shop rent, that was like $2 grand a month, paying for the tools. I had like over 20 grand worth of tools, paying for the insurance, paying for all of these things to run the business. By the time I started doing the math, it was basically like I was working for less than minimum wage. So I said, man, there had to be something different, that I could do, something to make some other income, and so I turned to the online space. It was like, how I had to say to myself, how long are you going to be able to do this physical grind, grinding with these cars? How are you going to be able to do that? Nobody's body is going to last forever. Our mind will actually outlast our body, right? So I said, well, I need something that's, not physically stressful, not physically straining, anything like that. I didn't want to have employees depending on me to pay their paychecks or anything like that, right? So I turned to the online space in 2018, and of course, just like many of you guys, it was kind of rough. At first it was kind of rough, right? Well, real rough. Okay. But I had to, figure some things out. And I and what I'm going to be revealing to you guys, today, like I said, definitely stick around all the way through because I got some cool bonuses for you guys, today as well. But what I'm going to be revealing to you is the things that I found out that could definitely help you guys, in your ventures and help you increase your income like now. All right. So I came across, an opportunity. Right. So what happened was I came across an opportunity that, allowed me to not have to use my physical self. Right. I could leverage, the internet, and be able to make money online. Right. And not just make money. And we're not talking about like $10, $20, but make enough money to where I could eventually leave the auto repair space, altogether. Where I didn't have to worry about paying, all that rent and all that stuff. And I want to kind of just show you guys real quick. Let me just make sure that everybody's getting in. And I want to show you guys real quick if I can. Let me share my screen with you so you get an idea of where I'm coming from, okay? All right, and this is some of my proof that I'm talking about right here. I came across the opportunity where I was able to leverage and, make commissions like this, $250 commissions, $1,000 commissions, $100 commissions, and it was like a dream come true. Like what? Because before it would take me like all week, to net profit $1,000 when I was doing, things in the automotive space. It took a long time to net profit that, right? So when I came across this opportunity, it really opened up some things for me. I didn't have to buy all this expensive stuff, to get started. I didn't have to spend 20, 30 grand to get started. So that really started changing my life. And as I went, as I progressed, I had to learn, right? Like we all do. I had to learn. And I mean, I'm a real aggressive learner as far as, I'm like, I don't want to just be, just enough, right? I want to excel. Right. And I'm always a helper. So, I want to help other people. But in order to do that, I had to learn some things. So amidst this, I started learning and doing better, you know, making sales. I said, you know what? I said, I figured out some stuff along the way, right? I figured out some stuff. I broke the code. I said, I want to start helping other people to see what I'm doing. I want to start helping other people to, you know, start having these aha moments, these realizations, right? So what happened next is I started actually helping people do that. I started actually training and coaching people, you know, in their marketing, you know, and I'm a coach now, of course, you know, so I'm going to show you just a little feedback, you know, from some of the people, and some of you guys are right here, you know, some of my members that I've been, you know, coaching. All right, so you guys know, look, this is the real deal. All right, as you see here, Debra is one of my coaching students. She says, hey everyone, I just want to personally congratulate everyone here, especially Coach D. She's such a badass. She says, and I'm coming along, keep coming, warrior queens. Simone says, hey Debra, I agree. I have learned so much from Coach D, and I'm learning, and I'm so grateful for having met her and being coached by her. She is a godsend, guys, and you guys are a godsend. Okay, and you see. Over here, Gina says, yes, I could agree more. I'm so happy for you and feel the same way. This journey in the newfound family and I have changed everything for me. Coach D has instilled a fire in me that I had forgotten that I had, right? So this is the impact of, you know, what I've been doing and helping people. Over here, Betty says, this is the best coach and the best team. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys, you know, how things progress, but this is my passion. This is what I want to do. And I want to work with other people, right, who have a passion for this as well, who have a passion that they want to, you know, change their financial situation and everything, and they want to help others do it too, right? It's not about being perfect. It's just about having a passion that you want to make change and that you want to help others be able to make change as well. Now, along this way, there are some things that I figured out, okay? Because, you know, as we get going, it's you know, it can be a serious road. A lot of times people take like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years before they even make their first $1,000 online, you know. So in order for that not to happen to me, I actually had to figure some things out and put some things, you know, in place. And I really narrowed it down. You know, before I started coaching, I had narrowed it down because I had to do the process myself first, you know, and when I narrowed it down to, there's actually 4 key components. Okay. If you guys want to start making, you know, and I know you do, right? If you want to start making anywhere from $250 to $1,000 commissions, there's 4 key components that you need to do it with. And these components that I'm going to reveal to you are like bay, okay? They're like everything, all right? Because these same components are the same components that other companies that you know, have heard of actually use, okay? And so let me go ahead and I'm going to come up here on my whiteboard because I want to break down these 4 key components, because this is the bulk of what we have, because I want you guys to learn this and see how you can get plugged into these components, okay? So let me go ahead and put it here on the whiteboard. All right, so hopefully everybody can see me there, okay? Now, when I'm telling you that other companies use these 4 key components, I want you guys to think of some companies, 2 companies in particular that you've heard of and maybe you use their products and what have you, right? One of the companies is ClickFunnels. So we'll use ClickFunnels, and this is just an example. It could really be different companies, but let's say ClickFunnels, right? Say ClickFunnels, and let's say MLSP, right? Because those are companies that we've heard of, right? So I want to show you that this is not something that's made up. Big companies use these same 4 components, but only until you have all of them together will things work. And a lot of times we're not a big ClickFunnels, we're not a big MLSP, right? So we're like, how can we have it? So let's go ahead and let's talk about what those 4 components are, all right? Definitely take out a pen and take notes, okay? Because these are things you want to look for. Number 1, the first component, right? And I'll go ahead and make 4 lines right here. The first component right here is support, okay? That's the first component, support of the team, okay? That's the first component that you need to be able to start hitting $250 to $1,000 in commissions. All right. Now, a lot of times people say, oh, well, yeah, you know, you join my business, you're going to have support, blah, 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 right? And it's like one person supporting you, right? Okay. But it's like, look, guys, at the end of the day, it takes a team of people to get things done. Think about ClickFunnels, right? Do you think that they make what they make by not having a team? Do you think Russell Brunson does it by himself? Do you think in MLSP, the owners, the Finale brothers, do you think those two guys do it by themselves? No, they have the support of a team, right, to get things done. So it's like, if people who are actually successful, if they have support, what makes you think that you don't need support? And all it was kind of common sense. I had to put this thing together. I'm like, man, it makes common sense. It makes total sense. What about the next thing? The next thing that people need, right? That you need. And I need to mention that this is ongoing support too. This is not a situation where, you know, someone helps you for like a day, right? Or even a week. And they're like, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna help you get set up, blah, 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 right? For a hot week. And then boom, nothing, crickets, right? You get no more help, or maybe they throw you into a free Facebook group where everybody else don't know what's going on either, right? So yeah, that doesn't work, all right? And what's the next thing? All right, this is crucial right here. This is crucial. You need a blueprint, right? Blueprint, roadmap, okay? Do you know this step alone, where it cost me thousands of dollars in mistakes because I didn't have a blueprint? Joining this thing, joining that thing, buying this thing, buying that thing, like all over. You talking about, shiny object syndrome. Yeah, that was me, right? Because I didn't have a blueprint, which is a roadmap, right? This is like your GPS. So that you can actually follow something, right? Follow something that has already been proven to work, and just follow the steps, versus you trying to create a map by yourself and you don't know where you're going, right? You don't know where you're going. You need a blueprint. Do you think that ClickFunnels, right before they got successful, do you think that they didn't map out a blueprint, right? You think that they didn't follow the, other companies that had already, been successful in the SaaS space, right? Software as a service is what it is, right? You think they didn't follow people? Yes, they did. They mapped out a blueprint by following what already worked. They followed what already worked. Endless Peace, same thing. They followed what already worked, right? They mapped out a blueprint. This is how successful people do it. They got to have a blueprint. So a lot of you are out there like, oh man, I don't know what to do each day. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to post. I don't know what to do a Facebook Live. I don't know how many times I'm supposed to post. I don't know how many times I should do a live. I don't know how to follow up with people. I don't know a whole bunch of I don't knows, because you don't have a blueprint, right? So all you have is a big old question mark above your head, right? And you looking real confused and mad, right? You feeling like somebody done took your money and ran, right? So that's critical to have that blueprint, okay? Number 3, what's the next thing that you need? And a lot of people, believe it or not, a lot of people miss this, okay? And I'm gonna tell you why they miss it. A vessel. When I first got started, I missed it myself, okay? And when I'm talking about a vessel, all right, there's a couple things that we're looking for in a vessel. A vessel is, the machine, right? The machine that's going to get you to the $250 or $1,000 commission. You need a machine. There's a couple things that this machine needs to have that a lot of people miss. What does it need to have? It needs to have a done-for-you component, right? Meaning it needs to be already created. When you're just starting out, you're not at the stage of creating a whole program. Like, what? Who's at the stage of creating a whole program? Like, is anybody at the stage of creating a whole program, right? Nobody. So you need this program already done for you, right? But there's another component to it, okay? You need to be able to earn high-ticket commissions. This is the part that I missed. When I first started, I got started in a roadside assistance company, right? And the commissions were, it wasn't no ongoing commissions. It was one-time $80, but that was like prepaid, which means like if the person decided to stop their roadside assistance after 3 months, then they take the bulk of that money back. So you might wind up with like a hot $7, like, and I'm serious, a hot $7. Okay, I'm dead serious, right? So the vessel can't be a low ticket thing, right? When you're talking about you want to make $250 to $1,000 commissions, per WAP, it can't be something that only pays you $15 a month commission. Like, it's going to take a whole bunch of $15 to get you to full-time income, whether it be $2,000, $3,000 a month. It's going to take you a whole bunch of those. So that was part I missed, right? And I was struggling trying to, like, oh my gosh, I should be able to sell this because it's cheaper. It took me just as much effort when I finally did start making sales in my high ticket opportunity. It took me just as much effort to make those sales as it did for me to try and make an $80 sale. Oh, it was crucial. Consequently, my first 90 days online, I made $9.24. That sucked. So this is the part that a lot of us miss. A lot of you guys are probably missing this part right now. You're promoting things that are low ticket and you don't have anything else in your arsenal, right? So you're never going to be able to make $250 to $1,000 when the things that you have pay you $15. Because guess what's going to happen? You're going to be done quick. Before you get to that point, before them 5 years is up, you're going to be done quick. All right? So what's the next thing that you need? And this one is vitally crucial as well. Okay? And I'll say the one that is missed the most in this industry is this one. This is the one that's missed the most that I found. Leverage. Okay. What do I mean by leverage? Let me tell you real quick so you understand what I mean by leverage. That means, okay, that you're going to be able to not have to worry about that if you buy into a business opportunity or something or affiliate program, that you're not going to have to worry about that. Oh man, okay, yeah. So if someone joins me, then where are they going to get support? You want to go ahead and have something that already leverages that support, right? Means you just tap into it. You just tap into it. You don't have to create that support. All right. You don't have to be that person that, oh man, such and such just joined me. Oh my gosh, it's like 12 midnight and they're messaging me. Oh my gosh, they're talking about they can't find their link. Oh my gosh, they're talking about yeah. It only takes one of them people right there to make you totally be like, it's too much. Okay. You got to be able to leverage the support, leverage the blueprint. That means, right, that while you're earning, you need to follow the blueprint and be able to leverage that as well. So when people decide to join you, they need to be able to just plug into the same blueprint. Why? Why is that important? Because you know, when we first start, you know what happens? We're all excited, right? We're excited. And we finally get a sign up, right? We finally get a sign up. And what happens the first time you get a sign up, right? You're like, oh, now I got to train them. This is what you're thinking. Like, has that ever happened to you guys? I want you guys to put in the chat. Put in the chat, number 2, if that's ever happened to you. Like, you know, or maybe you haven't made a sale, but you thought about it like, if I make a sale, then that means I got to train these people. Put the number 2 down in the chat if that ever crossed your mind, right? That now all of a sudden you got to train these people too, right? But see, when you have this blueprint here, and that's leverage, you can leverage that. You don't have to train these people. You don't have to take on that burden yourself. They plug right in. Okay, so a lot of the work is done for you because I'm telling you, man, like the first year in like 4 months, so like the first 16 months, no, probably was longer than that, probably like a year and a half. I'm not even gonna lie. This hurt me so bad online. It hurt me so bad because it was taking me, I was still having to work online a whole bunch of hours because I didn't have this. That means my team was growing super duper fast in my business opportunity. You know, I was making sales. I mean, because I had the vessel, right? And I knew what to do, right? And I had, you know, created a group, right, for the support. But I didn't have this to leverage everything, right? You know, it's like, okay, I was working on creating that. You know, the group was like a free group. It wasn't like a team group, you know, and I didn't have anything else to leverage. It was all on me. It was all on me, right? So when you find yourself in that situation, you're like, man, did I just trade a job for a job? I'm telling you, I had to spend, like, I probably was working in my business like 10 hours a day, right? Like, people think I work a whole bunch of hours now. I sleep mostly, right? I like sleeping and watching TV. I like watching things like Murder, She Wrote. That's my show, right? I love that, all right? And Tales from the Crypt. Yeah, because I got a fire stick, Tales from the Crypt. But guys, when you have leverage, you don't have to do all of this yourself, okay? You can leverage the proper support when not only when you need it, but when the people who join you need it. You're going to be able to leverage the blueprint that you didn't have to create. You follow it, get sales. They can follow it and get sales. You're going to be able to leverage the fact that the vessel is already done for you. The vessel's already created, so you don't have to create this, right? Now, remember I told you that these companies over here do the same thing, right? I told you how they all have support, right? But what about the blueprint? The same way I told you ClickFunnels, they had to follow someone's footsteps to see how it was done, and then they mapped out their blueprint from that. They just followed it. Same with MLSP. None of this stuff is new under the sun. You just need to have the blueprint, right? When you have the blueprint, then a person can do the same thing. But wait, the vessel is what the regular person doesn't have, right? ClickFunnels has a vessel. They have their own system. MLSP has a vessel. They have their own system. Well, how about now you and I have a vessel too? It's already created for us. It's already done for us, right? That we can make 100% commissions off this vessel right here over and over and over and over and over and over again, okay? And then they do the same thing. They leverage all of these. Think about it. ClickFunnels has their own group, right? They have their own training section as well inside of their back office, right? They have their own stuff. They have their own upsells, their own funnels, and they have all these things, right? They leverage all that. So if you decide to buy into ClickFunnels, you can get into the ClickFunnels group. You can tap into their webinars that they have in their back office as well, same as MLSP. They leverage all of this. They leverage it, all of it. That's how, you know, ClickFunnels has one owner, but I'm sure obviously they have a larger team, but they may have, let's say, you know, if they have like 80,000 members, or let's say MLSP, because I know they have, I believe, I think they said 40,000 members. I believe that's what they said, right? So let's say they have 40,000 members, but their support is about maybe 10, right? How are they able to do that? Leverage. This is how you will be able to have, you know, different people on your team, you know, 5, 10, 20, 30 as you grow, right? I have over 92 people on just this one opportunity. That's not even including everything else that I do. How am I able to do that as one person? Because I realized that I needed a system that allowed me to leverage. That's how I'm able to do that. And that's what I want you guys to be able to plug into. All right. Now, what I want to show you, all right, now you understand the 4 components that you need so that you can start thinking and see if you have those things, like honestly, like seriously, right? If you're missing the vessel because you only get paid whatever, you don't get paid 100% commission, right? You're missing the blueprint, you're still trying to figure it out, don't know what to do. You need all of these. There is no only piece of it. And if you don't have these, then you certainly can't leverage these. If you're missing any one of these, you certainly can't leverage them because you don't have them to leverage, right? So these are the 4 things right here. But what I want to do is I want to show you how you can get these. I told you the problem, right? The problem is that you need all 4 of these, right? I'm going to show you how you can get all 4. And you can start making those $250 to $1,000 commissions. I'm going to show you how you can get all 4. Now, the first thing that I want to show you, I'm actually going to skip a little bit, but the first one I want to show you is the vessel, okay? I'm going to show you the vessel just a little bit. You know, it's not going to be long, drawn out. I'm going to show you the vessel, and then after I show you the vessel, I want you to stick around in there because like I told you, I got some very good bonuses for you at the end. But after I show you the vessel, then I'm going to go into and let you know how you can get the other things, right? How you can get the other things, right? Once you got the vessel out of the way, we're going to go into the other things. All right, so let me go ahead and I'm going to share my screen with you guys. All right, is this making sense to you guys? Put in the comments, let me know if this is making sense to you. Put a number 2 in the comments. I want to make sure this is making sense. Put a number 2 in the comments. All right, awesome, 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 guys. All right, so let me show you. All right, let me get out of here first, guys. Let me get out of here first. See, this shows you don't have to be technical, guys. So y'all better not be laughing at me in my Zoom situations. All right, where is it? Y'all better not be laughing. All right, so the vessel that we use, guys, is called Easy1up. What this is basically like a digital franchise, right? I'm gonna be really quick with this, right? Because it's really simple. All right, it's like a digital franchise, okay? Where the products have already been created, right? And it's affiliate training. It's affiliate training, you know, different things dealing with affiliate marketing, right? And they have different levels that a person can get involved in, right? Person can get involved and learn, you know, things like how to generate leads, right? They can learn things like that. They can learn things like Facebook, Pinterest. You know, they can learn things, you know, as the higher you go up, the more you can learn, you know, about creating offers. But this is one of the things that I want to bring out because, of course, these are the products, right? These are products. We get it. Digital products that we don't have to create. But how can we use this to our benefit? Well, each product level has a cost at each product level, right? And with Easy1up, it gives us the opportunity to be able to make high ticket commissions. How? Because, for example, I'm just going to let you know how the comp plan works so that way you get an idea, okay? For example, let's say you're at the Vertex Pro level, the $1,000 level, right? You get this training and everything below. That's another thing to keep in mind. When you get in at higher level, you get that level and everything below. You don't have to pay separately for it. You at the 1,000, you get the 1,000. Okay, you get the 500, you get the 250, you know, you get the 100, and you get the $25 level. You get everything below. Okay, so what does that mean? That means that for one, you got all of this training for yourself, right? That's number one. Number two, what it means for your pockets. How are you going to get, you know, this dream home that you want? How are you going to be able to, you know, be able to leave your job if that's what you want? Because when a person decides to join you, let's say if you're at the $1,000 level, person decides to join you at the $1,000 level, you get 100% commission. That means you make $1,000, right? And then there's just a small admin fee, you know, like a 10% admin fee that they pay. That's how the company, you know, Easy1up makes money, because people always ask that, like, how does the company make money, right? That's how they make money, right, after a little admin fee. But we get the bulk of the money. 100% goes to you, $1,000, right? So when you saw those proof pics and everything that I put up, yeah, that was all me. That was all, you know, the money that me and my team have generated, okay? All right, and so I wanted to show you, you know, the different levels and everything right here, so you can see how it could really add up. Like, let's say if you're at the $250 level, for example, right? That means if someone joins you and they decide to get the $250 level, you make a $250 commission. Now, I got to tell you the flip side of the compensation plan really quick too, because I do believe in being transparent. The flip side means, for example, let's say you're at the $250 level, right? And someone, they come right to this webinar, you know, you're on my team, they come to this webinar and they're like, you know what? I need to make $1,000, right? I need to make $1,000 commissions. And they decide to join you, but they decide to join you at the $1,000 level. You're at the 250, they decide to join you at the $1,000 level, right? Well, you don't have that level, right? So that means you don't earn that commission. You can't sell what you didn't buy. That's only fair, right? So with that being said, you definitely want to position yourself, you know, according to what, you know, what your income goals are. Right? If you're saying, hey, my income goals are, I need to be making, you know, an extra $2,000 a month. I need to be making an extra, you know, $3,000 a month or $4,000 a month, or, you know, maybe even $10,000 a month, right? Then, you know, that's how you position yourself based on what you need, right? So that way you don't miss anything, you know, and consequently, I'm not just saying it. I did the same thing. I actually positioned myself at a $2,000 level, but I will tell you the most common that I've seen is people coming at $1,000 level. That's the most common I've seen. I've made a lot more $1,000 sales, you know, than anything, to be honest. So this is the vessel. It's already done for us. You know, the training's already there. The sign up page, the support, that the company handles the support of the system and everything like that. It's done, right? All we got to do is plug into that vessel. All right. So I wanted you to understand the vessel first. Okay. So now we got the vessel out of the way, right? Now we got the vessel out of the way. Is that making sense, everyone? Put down in the comments, put it number 3. If that's making sense, you understand how the vessel plays a very important part into this, right? If you don't have the vessel to allow you to make those $250,000 commissions, then pretty much dead in the water. Put it number 3 down in the comments. Awesome, awesome guys. Awesome Karana, awesome Betty, awesome Singer, awesome Simone, awesome Karen, thank you. Awesome, 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 awesome guys. All right, so we're moving right along. We're moving along good, okay? Now the next thing, remember I told you that I was gonna show you, okay, how you can get the other things, all right? I showed you how you can get the vessel. Remember I showed you I was gonna tell you how to get the leverage, blueprint, and support, okay? Because you gotta have them all, right? This is not a piecemeal thing. You gotta have them all. Well, what I'm gonna do is I actually prepare a very special presentation for you guys tonight to show you how you can get all the rest of those pieces there and they flow together. Is that okay? Do I have you guys permission to show you a very special presentation that I put together just for you, a very special presentation with a package showing you guys, hey, how you can plug into this and how you can plug into this, you know, ASAP, you know, and get going and start getting the goals that you want. Is that okay if I show you that? Okay, so Ingrid say yes, please. Kamana say yes, please. Okay, Simone say yes, please. Karen say yes, please. Awesome, 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 guys. You guys are awesome. All right, so I'm gonna do that because I know y'all want that. But I need to ask you guys. I need to answer one thing because I know what you guys are probably thinking. I read minds. Okay, I don't, but I'm reading minds now. Okay, you guys are probably thinking, well, I don't know. You know, it sounds good, but is it for me? Well, let me just go ahead and clear that question out, and then I'll get right into how you can get the rest of these things, okay? Who is this for? This is for anyone who needs to increase their financial situation, okay? If you're in a situation where you're in a dead-end job, you know, or maybe it's not even a dead-end job. Maybe it's just that the job doesn't pay enough. You're like, man, you know, I'm cool with it, but I really can't live off of it economically, right? So if you're in a situation, a financial situation like that, this is for you. If you're in a situation where, you know, you're working so many hours, right? You're working 50, 60, 70 hours a week at your job just to make the ends meet. And what happens is that you now, let's say you have kids, you don't have time to be home with your kids, right? You're pretty much raising your kids on Facebook. Like you got to check in on Facebook to see how your kids doing, or you got to text them, did y'all make it home? They latchkey kids, right? Who grew up as a latchkey kid, right? I ain't even gonna lie, like for real. Like I literally grew up as a latchkey kid, right? You know, and basically what that means is, you know, your mom, you know, is like, hey, when you get home, make sure you don't let nobody in. She give the kid everything. You young, you know what I'm saying? You like, what in the world? Yeah, so that didn't work out too well. Okay. But if that's you, right, and you're tired of being away from your kids or your husband, your wife, you know, your family, your grandkids, right? Then this is for you. If you're in a situation where you're like, you know what, I'm you know, I'm at the age where I'm thinking about, you know, I'm thinking about my retirement. Like, what am I going to do? Right. And you're like, you know what, I just need a change. I need something different. Right. You may be 60 years old or what have you. Right. You're like, I just need something different because this is not what it is. I'm not looking at, you know, retirement or Social Security, you know, trying to live off of like $800 a month. Like, and I'm talking real numbers. This is like literally, you know, what some people live off of when it comes down to Social Security. $800 a month and rent is like $900. Like, so now you're a burden on your family, right? So if that's you, then this is for you, right? If you're like, you know what, I just need to buy me a dream house for me and my family. You want to buy a dream house, right? Don't you think that being able to make an extra, you know, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month will allow you to be able to put that down payment on that $400,000 or $500,000 house that you want, right? Versus you still having to rent the rest of your life and you don't want to, right? Or, you know, versus you having to live in an area, the neighborhood that's not so good for your kids that you don't want to, right? You know, maybe shots fired. Shots fired. That's how it was in my neighborhood. Shots fired. Okay. So I just want to let you know, guys, this is for all of you. If you're in that situation, and pretty much everybody who's looking for opportunities in that situation, that this is for you. Okay. So let me go ahead and show you guys. Like I said, I got this really great presentation for you guys. So I want to go ahead and jump right into it. Let me share my screen. All right. So make sure you got your volume up so you can hear. Okay. Make sure you got your volume up, guys. All right. And this is going to be about, just kind of give you guys an idea, you know, get set. This is going to be about 35 minutes, and I want you to watch the whole thing, all right, all the way through, all right, because you're going to see how this is going to unfold and put the rest of the pieces together and see a very special offer that is available right now here on this particular call tonight, okay? Let's go ahead and do it. All right, now here's what you've been waiting for. Let's go ahead and jump into these Team AMA VIP bonuses for Easy1up. All right, now let's take a look. What is it that you're going to get when you lock arms with Team AMA VIP and Easy1up? Now, first thing that you're going to need is you're going to need to know what is it that you need to do every day, or else you're going to kind of be like this guy and looking confused. And you're going to be really chasing your tail like this dog in the picture right here, right? You don't want to be doing that, chasing your tail, right? You want to know exactly what you need to do. So what you're going to get is 5 steps to 1K blueprint. You're going to get this actual blueprint, all right, created by myself, Coach D, all right, specifically for our team, AMA VIP. And with this blueprint, it's going to allow you to know exactly what to do each day, know exactly how to do it, and know exactly how often do you need to do it, okay? That is the 5 steps to 1K blueprint. Now, the value of this blueprint, so that way you know, okay, this is serious, all right? $997 value. Guys, I want you guys to think about this. How many times have you been out there trying to figure things out? You're like, man, I don't know what to do each day in my business, right? You're just like, if someone just held my hand, if someone just would tell me what to do, then I could do it. Well, don't worry about that anymore, because this 5 steps to 1K blueprint is going to solve that problem for you. You do not have to worry about what it is that you need to do each day in your business. You can just get the blueprint and keep it trucking, baby. Now, next, all right? The next thing you need to know is, how are you going to be able to get a yes, okay? Yeah, you're going to know exactly what you need to do in your business. You're going to be getting, you know, different leads, prospects reaching out to you, but you need to find out, how can you get them to say yes versus no? Well, this is what you're going to need. You're going to need, all right, a 2-step closing process. You're going to get my 2-step closing process on how you can actually seal the deal in Facebook Messenger. Yes. Okay. Instead of you having to figure out, oh, I don't know what questions to ask, you're going to know the right questions to ask. Instead of you trying to figure out, well, I don't know if I'm saying the wrong thing. You're going to know how to say the right things, ask the right questions, and say the right things so that you can seal the deal right in Facebook Messenger. No more sweat and bullets, wondering like, oh my gosh, did I do something wrong? Don't worry about it. You're going to get this two-step closing process to seal the deal. And I use this process myself every time that I'm in Messenger. Now, what does that mean? So what you have so far is you have the 5 steps to 1K blueprint. That's a $997 value. All right. And then you have the 2-step closing framework, which is a $497 value. All right. So far you have a bonus total value of $1,494. Now, what else are you going to get? You're going to get the Easy1up Masterclass. Okay. Now, what does that mean? That means in this Easy1up Masterclass, you're going to be able to learn how to set up your back office, do the pay options to set that up quickly, how to actually follow up with your Easy1up leads, how to set up your Facebook profile and turn it into an ATM machine. You heard me. We don't deal with paid ads, baby. Okay? You're going to be able to turn your Facebook profile into an ATM machine. Also, how to set up your YouTube channel so that you can start getting free leads off of YouTube. So you're going to be able to leverage both when you go through this Easy1up Masterclass. And you're getting that today as a bonus. What's the value? $997 for that Easy1up Masterclass. Guys, I paid twice as much just for the YouTube portion, let alone the portion of learning to turn my Facebook profile into an ATM machine, let alone everything else. I actually have people reaching out to me, begging me to give them this type of information, even down to how to set up their back office, right? You guys are getting this when you lock arms with us today, all right? So what are you going to get? The 5 steps to 1K blueprint that has a $997 value, 2-step closing framework, that's $497 value, and the Easy1up Masterclass that includes how you're going to be able to leverage YouTube, and that's a $997 value. Total value, $2,491. Now, how about this? I know sometimes you guys have problems, actually closing the deal. Like maybe somebody said, oh, well, I'll follow up later, or, check me out later. Guys, you're going to get help closing your sales live, okay? If these are just some of the results that I've had, yes, I have this closing process down, okay? All right, so these are some of the results that we've had. $250 sale here, $1,000 sale here, another $100 sale there, okay? And you see another $1,000 sale here, another $1,000 sale here. Yes, sales happen when you know how to close and you have to close the process, okay? So you're going to get that help with the weekly sales closing calls. So you're going to be able to bring your people to the sales calls, right? So they can get all their questions answered and they can be ready to make a decision on the spot. Yeah, doesn't that take a lot of the pressure off of you? You're not having to worry about, that you're not a good closer, or maybe you get nervous when you talk to people. Don't worry about it. When you're part of Team AMA VIP, just bring your people to the weekly sales calls. We'll do all the explaining, all the selling, all the telling, and we'll collect the decision. And that way you can go ahead and get the sign up. Yeah, get the sign up. So far, what are you going to get? 5 steps to 1K blueprint. That's $997 value. 2-step closing framework. That's a $497 value. The Easy1up Masterclass. That's $997 value. And the weekly sales calls, $3,000 value. Now, I want to make sure that you guys know that these are real values. These sales calls values right here, I'm actually only doing that based on 90 days, right? Now, of course, you're going to be with our team for much longer than that. But think about it. If these sales calls just close one of our team members' sales, just one at, let's say, the $250 level, okay, just one per week, okay, for the next just 90 days, you're talking about a $3,000 value plus, okay? Because, yeah, there's going to be more sales happening, and it's going to happen way longer than 90 days. But I had to put a time limit on it so that way I could put a value on it so you can see how real the value is. We didn't want to give any type of inflated bull crap or anything like that. We want to give you guys real value. So what you're looking at is a total value so far of $5,491 when you lock arms with Team AMA VIP. Now, what else are you going to get? Ongoing coaching. How many times have you guys joined someone, right? And you're like, man, I joined, and maybe they showed you how to set up your back office, but here it is 30 days from now, you have a question. Maybe you haven't made any sales and you're trying to get some help. I mean, a lot of times people are in the company group, they sign up on Monday, they lost on Wednesday, and their sponsor is lost as well on Thursday. Out of the picture, okay? So you're going to be able to get access to ongoing coaching every single week, all right, to help you when you stumble on something, you got questions, you're going to be able to get that. You're going to get the social media training, so that way you know exactly what you need to do. And if you run across something, you're going to be able to get that help every week. Now, this is some of the results as far as some of the feedback some of the team has given. You see here, Betty was like, oh, wow, the best coach and the best team ever, okay? Here's another person. One of my coaching clients says, hey, everyone, I just want to personally congratulate everyone here. See you, especially Coach D. She is a badass. I am slow, but I'm coming, and you can bet that. I'm so glad to be amongst a group of women like this, okay? Simone says, Debra, I agree with you. I have learned so much from Coach D, and I'm still learning. So grateful to have met her and be coached by her. She is a godsend. Guys, I'm not making this stuff up. All I do is screenshot what people say because this is the real deal, okay? Over here, Simone says, Gina, I couldn't agree more. I'm so happy for you and feel the same way. This journey and newfound family, I now has changed everything for me. Coach D has instilled a fire in me that I had forgotten I had. All you beautiful souls inspire me so much in love. Yes, we have a lot of positivity on Team AMA VIP, okay? And everyone appreciates everyone's effort. So this just kind of gives you an idea of the type of coach that I am and the type of support that you will get inside of our group. Now, what is that worth? Okay, that has a value of $5,964. Now, let me go ahead and break that down to you. Basically, what that means is we have these weekly Q&A and coaching sessions, okay, this social media training, all right? I typically charge $497 a session, and I get paid $497 per session, okay? So this is not inflated at all. So imagine if you just had 4 sessions, okay, a month over the course of 90 days. Once again, I did these numbers just based on 90 days. And I know you're going to be with us longer than 90 days, right? Because you want to reach your goals and exceed your goals and exceed those goals on top of it. So you come up with a value of $5,964 value, okay? So that means what you're going to get, the 5 steps to 1K blueprint, that's $997 value. 2-step closing framework, so that way you know exactly what to say and the questions to ask in that inbox. That's $497 value. You're going to get the Easy1up masterclass to show you how to set up your back office, your payment options, set up your Facebook so it turns it into an ATM machine, and set up your YouTube channel so that way you can start getting some free leads on YouTube like I do, baby. All right, that's a $997 value. You're going to get the weekly sales closing call to help you close your sales, right? Close your prospects, close your leads. Just get them to the sales call every week, all right? Talk to them, get them to the sales call. Let the sales call do the selling and telling for you and collecting a decision, okay? That's a $3,000 value and a weekly Q&A and coaching sessions, right? And this is only based on 90 days, guys. This is only based on 90 days, okay? But you're going to be able to come, any questions you have every single week, be able to come and ask me or any other coach that we have, ask those questions and get some social media training so that way you know exactly what to do and everything is all already kept up to date, always up to date. That's $5,964 value. That brings the total value to $11,455. Now let me ask you guys, if all this did was give you an unfair advantage to skyrocket your income within the next 30 to 90 days, would it be worth the $11,000? Yes. Let me ask you this. If all it did was allow you to have more time home with your kids or your grandkids or your family, imagine all that time, maybe you're away, maybe you're working 5 jobs, okay, 5 is a little extreme, but maybe you're working 2 or 3 jobs, and that's a reality for a lot of people, all right? Or maybe you only work for 1 job, but you're really tired because you work a whole bunch of hours. Maybe you're working 50 to 60 hours. right? And you're pretty much having to raise your kids on Facebook, like, or raise your kids through text message, right? Because you're not seeing them, so you have to text to check up on them. Come on, what kind of life is that to live? What kind of, parent is that you're trying to be? You're not trying to be that type of parent that has to raise their kids from afar, or better yet, let the TV raise their kids, or let the school raise their kids, or the babysitter raise their kids. You want to be there for your kids, right? If all this did, right, was allow you to have more time at home with your kids or your grandkids or your family, your husband, your wife, right? Would it be worth it to you? Yeah. I think your kids would be worth it. Your family would be worth it. What if all this did was allow you to fire your boss, okay? Not just cut down to part-time, but totally fire your boss. Go in there and say, sayonara. Don't give him the finger, but sayonara, I'm out of here. What would that be worth? Wouldn't that be worth it for you to be able to go in, make enough money to where you could go in and fire your boss? If all this did was allow you to put that down payment on that house of your dreams. Come on, that's the American way. Everybody wants to own a home. Maybe you've been renting up to this time. Maybe your credit is what it is. So, maybe they want, $20,000 down, or $10,000 down, and you just don't have it, because you live in paycheck to paycheck. You could barely save like $200 in between paychecks. If all this did was allow you to put that down payment down and buy your dream home, buy that $250,000 home that you want, or buy that $500,000 home that you want. If all this did was allow you to put that down payment on that house, would it be worth it? Yeah. Your dreams are worth it. You're worth it. Your family's worth it. Your kids are worth it. Your sanity is worth it. Your health is worth it. Guys, here's some more proof for you. So you can see that we have a very supportive team. And you see, we definitely get results within our team. You see a compliment here, $250 proof here, another $1,000 proof here. All right. And over here, you see, this is something that we had on one of our coaching sessions. And you see, Karanda says, aha moment, that she was able to gain some clarity from one of our weekly coaching sessions. All right. Then you see right here, another one of my students said, yeah, people, learn from me. D put me on the map. Okay. I coached him and I got to toot his horn on this right here. This gentleman right here, he wound up getting $2,000 sales, $2,000 sales in the same week. And those were Easy1up sales. Okay. So yes, this team works, this coaching works, as long as you work it. That's all it takes, guys. All right. And Gina says, hey, thank you. You made it complete sense. I didn't see the full picture before you explained it in depth. Once again, it's another one of our coaching clients, coaching students, letting you know, guys, that, hey, this is real. I'm about helping you guys be successful in your Easy1up business. Here's some more proof here. Karana says, thanks so much for clearing up a lot that was going on in my head. Yes, a lot of times you do have confusion, right? And you may have joined someone, a month, 2 months ago, right? They're gone. They don't forget about you, okay? But when you're part of this team, all right, we don't just forget about you. You're not just, we get the money and then we're off to the races, okay? You want to get clarity, you need to be with us. Here you see Simone already congratulated someone and bringing a new sign up into the group right here. She actually got paid to refer this person right here to the group. So she invited her into the group right here. So she already made a full commission already. Right here, you see one of my colleagues actually is giving a testament, to just the type of person I am. She says, I just want to say thank you for being a friend. For real, not many have my respect, but you have mine. Yes, guys. This is what it's about, being a part of a community that is respectful of other people and worthy of it, because some of that stuff that glitters, it's not gold, okay? So we don't fluff over here. This is the real deal, all right? And you see here another commission that came in of $250. Now, guys, here's the deal. Yes, the value is $11,455. That is the value, the true value, all day, twice on Sunday, okay? But no, I'm not going to charge you $11,455, okay? Here's what's going on, all right? If you take advantage of this now, all right, because I can't tell you how long this is going to be available, but you take advantage of this now, you could come in to our team at the Vertex Pro level, which is a total of $1,100 with the admin fee, or you can get in at the Vertex Elite level for $550. So if you come into that pro level, that allows you to make up to $1,000 commission. Okay, so the higher you come, the more money you can make, so the faster you can get that dream on, baby. All right, you come at the Vertex Elite level, you pay $550 to join, and you'll be able to make up to $500 commission. Or you come at the Vertex level for $275, and you'll be able to make up to $250 commission. So guys, you see, this is a no-brainer situation. Okay, you can get in at the Vertex Pro, Vertex Elite, or Vertex level while this promo is going on. Now, to recap, what you're going to get. So I want to make sure that you understand the true value of what you're getting, guys. The 5 steps to 1K blueprint, $997 value. The 2-step closing framework, $497 value, brings us to a total of $1,494. Easy1up Masterclass, $997 value, brings us to a total value of $2,491. Then you add on the weekly sales closing cost to help you close your sales. That's a $3,000 value over the course of 90 days. That brings the total to $5,491. Then you bring on the weekly Q&A coaching session, okay, which has a value over the course of 90 days of $5,964. That's a $5,964 value, brings your total value to $11,455 value. And once again, guys, all you got to do is go ahead and get started now while this promotion is still going on. Get started at Vertex Pro level for $1,100. You can make up to $1,000 commissions, or Vertex Elite at $550 level and make commissions up to $500, or the Vertex level and make at $275 and make commissions up to $250. And keep in mind, guys, these commissions are per sale, so you can make as many sales as you want, as many Vertex Pro $1,000 sales as you want, over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. As many Vertex Elite sales as you want, and as many Vertex sales as you want, over and over again. Now, guys, you see the value, $11,455 value. Guys, getting in, position yourself at the highest position that you possibly can, okay? Because you want to get to your goals super fast, all right? So the Vertex Pro level, $1,100 input, right? And you're able to get up to $1,000 in commission. I mean, guys, we're talking about nearly a 90% discount is what we're talking about. And that's just at the Vertex Pro level. And these are real values. So, guys, there you have it. The proof is in the pudding, and it is decision time. Other than that, guys, all right, y'all already know we got training tomorrow. Y'all got a training schedule, okay? And what do we do at the end of each day, guys, on Team AMA VIP? What do? We're going to take the rat to the top, baby. All right, and see what I get with you after the call. And y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all on tomorrow's training. And we